That's a tu quoque fallacy.
Why
Tell me, why are you doing a tu quoque fallacy now that you're pinned down? What's up, Victor?
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Are you there?
Are you there? Victor?
Sorry, my mic was messed up.
It's okay, what's up? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a Protestant, and I believe that the Old Testament has 39 books, and one of my arguments for that is Romans 3:2 says the oracles of God were entrusted to the Jewish people. They would recognize 39. Where do you recognize more?
Yeah, so is Paul one of the Jewish people?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Does Paul recognize the Septuagint?
No. Oh, yes. Septuagint, yes.
Oh, does it include the deuterocanon?
There's no way of knowing whether he had, whether he recognized the Septuagint, because he never quotes.
So now you're moving. Yes, he does quote it. Now you're moving the goalpost. Yes, he does quote it.
He never quotes from the deuterocanonical.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Where?
Romans is based directly on the text in Wisdom. When he talks about Romans 1 and 2 is directly out of the book of Wisdom.
Where he verbatim quotes the deuterocanonical books, one of the deuterocanonical books.
Well, by the way, even if he didn't quote it, quoting it.
Oh, well, see,
I didn't say he did it. I'm just saying that, yes, he does quote it almost verbatim. And even if he doesn't, the book of Enoch is quoted. So how's that going to help your case? You don't believe Enoch is canonical?
No, it's not. But just because the philosophers are quoted too in the New Testament. It doesn't mean that. Right.
So that doesn't help us either way. That doesn't tell us anything whether it's quoted or not. But he does quote the book of Wisdom. And by the way, you can look up dozens of quotes and references to the deuterocanonical text in the New Testament. You're not aware of this? You know about Hebrews 11 talking about the women who accepted martyrdom? That's from the book of Maccabees.
It's not a quote from the book of Maccabees.
Oh, so now you've moved the goalposts again. That even though it says the story is true, it has to now be a specific line by line quote. Even though I told you that Wisdom is quoted by Paul, Romans 1 and 2 is from Wisdom. You didn't know that?
You're saying it's from Wisdom, but then if I ask you where does it quote it, you're saying, well, it doesn't need to quote it.
I didn't say that. I said it does quote it, and then I said, but even if it didn't, it wouldn't help your case. That's two different arguments.
Well, which one is it? Is it not, or is it?
Are you can't follow two different hypotheticals at the same time? What are you laughing at? I said he does quote it.
This is hilarious.
I said he shut up. I said he did quote it. And even if he didn't, it wouldn't help your case. That's two different arguments. You can't follow that?
Okay, what verse does he quote?
Pulling it up. Romans 1, 18 to 25 is directly parallel to Wisdom 13, 1 through 10.
It's directly paralleled. Mm-hmm. It doesn't quote it.
Well, now wait a minute. Now you've moved the goalposts.
I've not moved. My goalposts.
How do we? But if Wisdom, hold on. If the book of Enoch is quoted and it's not canonical, then how is quoting it going to prove your case?
It's quoting a tradition.
Oh, but wait a minute.
That apparently was true, but that doesn't mean that the whole.
Yeah. So it doesn't help your case, does it?
It helps my case that the book, the deuterocanonical books, well, you would call them deuterocanonical. Those books are never quoted from verbatim.
So now you've moved the goalpost that it has to be a verbatim quote. And when I give you a verbatim quote from the book of Enoch, you say it doesn't count. That means you have a double standard, dummy.
No, I don't. He quoted the book of Enoch because he understood this is not that he understood that they would have accepted it.
Oh, but so I can use that same argument then for the book of Wisdom. But you're going to say no. So you have a double standard, dummy.
Well, So
you know that Paul's Bible.
That's why they didn't have to say,
you know that Paul. You just got showed to be a dummy. You know that Paul's Bible. I made two different arguments that you couldn't follow, and now you're spurging out because you lost the plot.
All right, you're hypothetically right. Okay.
No, two different arguments that include hypotheticals does not mean I'm hypothetically right. You just can't follow the arguments. How do you know what the canon actually is, by the way?
I gave you the scripture.
No. I want to know how you know the Protestant canon is correct in toto.
Well, I believe in two closings of canons. The Old Testament canon closed with the intertestamental during the intertestamental. During the intertestamental.
Okay, and how do we know that? How do we know that that's what's true and binding for the rest of church history? On what basis?
According to Romans 3:2.
Romans 3:2 doesn't tell you the canon. How do you know that the canon that Romans 3 is talking about isn't the Septuagint that includes the Deuterocanon that Paul accepted?
I don't know that Paul accepted the deuterocanonical books.
What does Paul? Hold on. What does Paul cite in his New Testament writings almost exclusively? What text does he for the Old Testament?
The Septuagint, 39 books.
No, the Septuagint includes the Deuterocanon.
Yeah, but he doesn't record
Yes, he does. I already gave you an example that you have 11 verses that are directly parallel.
Okay.
And now you've moved the goalpost again that it has to be a direct quotation. And so when I tell you that the book of Jude is a direct quotation, you say it doesn't count. So that's a double standard.
It's not a double standard.
Are you this slow? Are you serious? You said it's not a direct quotation. And then when I use the book of Enoch, you say it doesn't count. It's a direct quotation, right?
Again, you're hypothetically
right. It's not a hypothetical. It's a direct argument.
You don't accept the book of Enoch.
That's a tu quoque fallacy. Tell me, why are you doing a tu quoque fallacy now that you're pinned down?
Why don't you accept the book of Enoch?
I don't accept the book of Enoch.
It's quoted in the New Testament.
I didn't make the argument that it has to be quoted. That's your argument, dummy.
What's your...
See, you can't follow with a consistent position. What is the basis for knowing the canon is only what the Christ-rejecting Masoretic text Jews say? What's your argument for that?
Christ-rejecting Masoretic text. Wow.
You didn't know this? You didn't know that? Justin Martyr makes this argument. You didn't know that?
No, but of course
the apostles used the Septuagint 95% of the time. It includes the Deuterocanon. So Paul's Bible had the Deuterocanon in it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And I can give you about 10 Protestant scholars that will admit that. Do you accept that or not?
True. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
That makes sense. That undercuts.
They considered those equally inspired.
Listen, stop. That means that you don't know that the oracles of God in the Romans 3 text, you can't say that it doesn't include the Deuterocanon. That's your assumption. That's my point. Can you follow me in this argument or not?
That's a faulty assumption because they never accepted those.
That's the thing in question, and you're just saying they didn't. Palestinian Jews may not have, but but the Greek Jews did. So you're just being arbitrary in saying that only Palestinian Masoretic text Christ-rejecting Jews are the ones that we follow. And I'm telling you that Romans 3 does not prove that position. That's your assumption. And I gave you an example from Paul's Bible having the Deuterocanon in it. And you say that doesn't prove it. But your argument is not proven yet. That's the point. How do you know that Romans 3 is talking about the Palestinian Masoretic Jews and not Paul and Alexandrian Greek Jews?
Because they're the ones who translated the Old Testament.
The Septuagint are the Greek Jews that translate the Old Testament.
Right.
The Bible Paul's using has the Deuterocanon in it, you goofus. So how do you know that the oracles? How do you know that? Shut up. How do you know that the oracles in 3 is not referring to the Septuagint?
Well, you're right.
How do you know? How do you know?
I'm assuming that. You're right.
Exactly. So your original argument fails. Oh my gosh.
All right, you're hypothetically right about it. Quoting
it's not hypothetical. It's just demonstrating. It's just demonstrating.
Even if you did it, you're still right.
It's just demonstrating that the argument is a double standard. Good God.
I think the people have heard enough.
Yeah, you had no argument, and it was all based on a presupposition that you can't prove. Good job, man. It took a freaking 20 minutes to get you to admit and see the basic point that I was making.